Hello fellow Bantam owners, this is my B175. Finished fitting a battery warning light come battery monitor charge warning. It's I don't know what colour it looks like it's flashing, but it's sort of yellow. Don't know what it comes through like on the camera, but the regulator rectifiers that we get these days sometimes aren't the most reliable, and I didn't want to fit an amp meter, which would not be very practical, and I come across this little light that you might see flashing, very neat. Just looks like an alarm, really, a bike alarm, anti-theft alarm, but it's very neat, and it just hooks up to the battery permanently, and it flashes. Well, it goes to different colours. It's either steady or it's flashing. If it's flashing, it's usually warning you something. When you're riding it, if it's flashing, it's usually warning you something. But if all being well, it should be a steady green when you ride it. If it goes on to a yellow when you ride, it's not too bad. It's not putting a huge amount in the battery. But if it's a green, it's charging well. And if it flashes between red and green alternatively, it means it's overcharging, and it's quite visible when you're riding. And they're only £14 something, £14.50 I think it is, from Gammatrionix. Yeah, Gammatrionix. It's a very, very simple little thing. It's just got two wires coming from it, a little LED, and there's a little circuit on the back of it, but you only need about a 12 or 13 millimeter hole to pass it through there. There's two thin wires, and they recommend you can continually connect them to your battery, and when it's parked in your garage like it is now, as long as it keeps flashing green or yellow, your battery's in a good state of charge. If it starts flashing it's red, I'd have to look at the instructions again, it means your battery's going a bit flat. This battery is quite a new battery, and even when it's fully charged, it only gives you 6.2 volts, so that's why this is only showing yellow. Yellow's not a full charge actually. Yellow's a sort of slightly down indication. But and obviously the other use of the little flashing light there, it makes people think it's got an anti-theft device on it. Anyway, you might be able to see some of my Bantam Club posters stuck to the wall of my little workshop here. I always nice little posters. There we go, there's some of them stuck to the door, and there's something that my daughter bought me for Christmas. That's actually made of metal, quite a nice, it looks like an old enamelled plaque, but it's quite modern reproduction. Anyway, there you go, there's a little shot of my little BSA B175. A nice little machine, very much enjoy it. Anyway, there you go. Hope someone finds that little charge warning device handy. As I say, it does give you the opportunity to, while you're riding, to make sure that you're not overcharging your battery, because I've had happened to me twice now in the past where the regulator rectifiers failed, and the wet acid battery has overflowed and made a right mess of my silencer. So with this thing I can keep a check on the charge, and I've checked it with a multi-tester with a voltmeter, and it's quite accurate. It's quite accurate. So Gammatronix is the firm that sells them, a British company, and they make them themselves. They make all kinds of things actually for motorcycles, including a little 6-volt module which I've got for this, which is does away with the condenser, and it just turns the points into a simple switch, so there's no heavy current going through them, so there'll be no erosion of them, and they'll virtually last forever, a set of points. I think they're about 30 quid. I haven't actually fitted that yet, but I've just got it for next time the condenser fails, because the condensers don't seem to last very long these days, like most other parts we have to put up with, very poor quality. Anyway, the next time the condenser fails, I'm going to fit me Gammatrionix 6-volt. It's classed as a semi-electronic ignition, but it's not really electronic ignition. It just does away with the points. It does away with the condenser, and it just only puts a low current through the points. The points are just a switch, and it's supposed to be much more efficient than a condenser, but so I've not tried it, so we'll see how we go. Anyway, hope that was some interest to some Bantam owners around the world. Always happy to answer any questions. Bye for now, from sunny Cheshire in the United Kingdom.